Dialogues and portraits. Powerful pre-writing. Dialogues and portraits are about giving other perspectives solidity. Why is that? Well, oftentimes the different perspectives we're asked to consider for college courses remain abstract. Compared to the perspective born from our lived experience, they seem distant and lack sensory fullness. For these reasons and more, I recommend dialogue and portraits as pre-writing tools. Both dialogues and portraits are a way to embody a perspective. As pre-writing tools, they're particularly well suited as preparation for argumentative genres of writing. For instance, here we have a portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Once we see him, we can get a better idea of, how he might sound and move, and from there we might think about what other characteristics he might have. Going further with this, we might find that Thomas Jefferson's role in the debate surrounding the Constitution is easier to picture and therefore penetrate if we knew what he looked like. In addition to the portrait seen on the previous slide, he was nearly 6 feet 3 inches tall, which is very tall for the era. Lean, red-haired when he wasn't wearing a powdered wig, freckled, and physically awkward. Dialogue. It brings out the living spoken word and its nuances. Returning to the example of Jefferson, we know that while he drafted the Constitution, he was far from a polished public speaker by the standards of the day. He was very soft-spoken and mild, yet displayed graceful fluency on a wide number of subjects. When we consider his political rival, Alexander Hamilton, it's easier to imagine why the two were best of enemies. Hamilton was a dominant public speaker, generally considered quite handsome and very direct both personally and politically, sometimes to the point of being tactless. As you can imagine, these two very different individuals had some passionate conversations. Further benefits. Portrait painters create their work across many sittings. Let those professionals guide your practice. Revisiting your word portraits throughout the writing process can elicit further insights and clarification. Dialogues are spontaneous. They're useful for people who struggle with analytical forms of writing, like essays. The reasoning that arises from them happens spontaneously out of your own feelings and perceptions. What do you think? How might these pre-writing tools improve your writing practice? Thank you.